Dear child, all that you perceived as slow, silent, and distant has been swiftly approaching you in secret. Tomorrow, an event triggered by your own actions will finally unfold. Though you may not yet realize it, a chain reaction commenced the very moment you chose to prioritize yourself, when you refused to compromise, and when you relinquished the burdens that were not yours to bear. This pivotal moment signals the end of an era. Not the end of your existence, nor your tranquility, but rather the culmination of the illusion that kept you confined, an illusion crafted by others, a draining cycle that has now reached its conclusion. The final blow to this deception is imminent. Those who have underestimated your strength are oblivious to the forces they have unintentionally set into motion. But you, my dear, are on the brink of a profound revelation. Allow me to share a piece of information you were never meant to hear. Someone who believed they held complete control over your fate has just come to a startling realization: they cannot halt the events set in motion last night. Their meticulously constructed plans have begun to unravel. Rather than reflecting on their own shortcomings, they are muttering your name in disbelief, as though you were responsible for this upheaval. They remain unaware of how the energies have shifted against them, not comprehending why each door they attempted to close on you has swung shut in their face. All they know is that something significant concludes at dawn, and they fear it signifies the loss of their influence over you. They perceive it slipping through their fingers like sand, beyond their grasp. Tomorrow represents not merely an end but also a revelation. Action taken by you, perhaps instinctively, out of fatigue, or in a moment of resolve, has triggered a ripple effect in places unseen by you. It has unveiled hidden agendas and cracked open truths long concealed under layers of manipulation and silence. Those who smiled at you while plotting behind your back find themselves exposed. A supposed ally, who feigned loyalty while wishing for your failure, is losing their facade. And as the final piece of this puzzle falls into place tomorrow, all of them will be compelled to confront the repercussions of their actions against you. Now, lend me your ear, for this is where the true transformation occurs. The universe did not place you here to endure suffering, to be broken, or to be overlooked. It brought you here to witness the disintegration of a system that was never designed with your well-being in mind. You have not destroyed anything, rather, your choice to step away, your quiet silence, and your determination to break free from past patterns instigated this change. Do you grasp the magnitude of your power? Your strength, silent, unappreciated, often misunderstood, has become the catalyst shaking the foundation beneath those who have underestimated you. Tomorrow marks the conclusion of their control, but not the narrative of your growth. Tomorrow signifies the end of the chapter where you were overshadowed, not the chapter celebrating your ascent. The universe has already chosen your side, and it is unwavering. Yet there remains an unexpected twist. Someone you never anticipated has been observing this situation unfold from the sidelines, not with malice, but with admiration. They have witnessed your growth through phases they thought went unnoticed. They have seen your resilience, even when you felt invisible. And as everything crumbles for those who opposed you tomorrow, this individual will step forward, not to rescue you, but to stand alongside you. As the new chapter unfolds, your actions, whatever they may have been, send a signal directly to their heart. They understand now that they were mistaken to doubt you, to remain silent, or to believe you were replaceable. With the dawn of tomorrow, as the previous storyline dissolves, they can finally step into the new narrative alongside you. And dear child, this is merely the beginning. The dramatic, breathtaking conclusion arriving tomorrow is not a form of punishment, it is, instead, a release. Remain vigilant. Observe the behaviors of those around you. Notice who panics, who avoids you, and who suddenly reappears. The truth will no longer be whispered. It will strike with the force of lightning. The world you know today will transform by tomorrow. And whether others are prepared or not, the countdown to this moment has already begun, thanks to your actions. If you are inclined to show further support, you have the option to express your appreciation with contributions of up to $20. Now, my beloved child, before we delve any deeper, take a deep breath and stay present with me, for what I am about to reveal will profoundly shift something within you. The moment you pressed play today, a door opened, one that has been veiled from you by numerous forces. But now that you are here, nothing can obstruct what needs to be conveyed. And listen closely. The conclusion that approaches tomorrow is not a subtle affair. It is a breaking of chains, a collapse of illusions, and the exposure of every false smile that has surrounded you. You are the architect of this change, and you may be unaware of the immense power that grants you. Allow me to unveil a hidden reality. There is someone currently pacing nervously with a phone in hand, filled with dread at the thought that they can no longer control the outcome. They once believed they could manipulate your choices, sway your emotions, or keep you tethered through guilt, fear, or uncertainty. Yet, your distance, your silence, and your refusal to revert to your former self, these seemingly small actions transformed everything. You did not shout in defiance. You did not fight. You merely detached, and that act reverberated through their existence in unimaginable ways. Tomorrow, a door they desperately wish to keep ajar will close forever, and they recognize that it is your emergence into your own power that has sealed that fate. Stay with me now, for the universe is rearranging elements around you at a pace that may exceed your perception. While one individual loses their grip, another awakens with a clarity so profound it seems as if destiny itself is calling out your name. They sense an urgent drive to step into your life before the opportunity slips away forever. Your energy has shifted, broadcasting a message louder than any words. You are no longer available for half-truths, broken promises, or transient connections. You have undergone a transformation, and it is this metamorphosis that will bring the previous timeline to an end tomorrow. Stay with me. Do not look away, for this is where the narrative takes a startling turn. Someone you once trusted, one who pretended to celebrate your achievements, is now in a state of secret panic. They once believed your demise was a certainty. They assumed your silence signified your defeat. However, the moment you ceased to react, stopped defending yourself, and halted the pursuit, everything they had orchestrated began to crumble. They attempted to rewrite your story, but destiny refused to adhere to their script. Tomorrow, their true nature will be revealed. The mask they have worn for months, perhaps years, will slip away. And perhaps the most surprising aspect is that they never believed you would walk away. They never thought you would find your strength. They never imagined you would rise. Yet, here you stand. Now, brace yourself, my beloved child, for we are approaching the moment where everything accelerates. Someone will try to reach out, a message, an unexpected apology, a long-concealed confession, driven by the knowledge that the end of the old cycle is drawing near like a tempest. They do not wish to lose you, nor do they want to witness you embark on a new journey where their presence is unwelcome. But the universe will not wait for their decision. Tomorrow will arrive whether they choose courage or continue to evade the truth. Your transformation is already sealed, and those connected to you must either evolve alongside you or be left behind. And listen to me one final time, remain here. Remain close. Remain attentive. You are at the heart of a monumental shift that others can feel before you can perceive it. Tomorrow, the change that is coming is not destruction, it is the restoration of order, it is alignment, it is the disintegration of the version of you that accepted less than you deserved. Whatever actions you took, no matter how small they seemed, they were the key that unlocked your destiny. This is why emotions are surfacing. This is why people are behaving oddly. This is why the energy feels dense. It is all realigning around the new you. My beloved child, before your next breath, allow me to draw you closer to the truth unfolding around you right now. The shift you initiated, yes, you, has begun to resonate through the lives of those who once believed you would always remain predictable, manageable, or silently compliant. They never imagined that one quiet decision from you could alter the entire framework of their plans. Yet today, as the countdown to tomorrow intensifies, they are finally coming to the realization that everything they constructed upon your energy, your innocence, is in the process of collapse. They can no longer halt this transformation. Let me reveal to you something concealed. An individual who once believed they wielded emotional control over you is now experiencing something novel, fear. Not a fear of losing you, but a fear of exposure. For when tomorrow arrives, the truth they have avoided will be revealed, a pattern of behavior they repeated will be unmistakably clear, and a game they assumed you were oblivious to will come to an end. And the quiet strength you have stepped into is precisely what is forcing their reality to disintegrate. They miscalculated the one aspect they should have respected, the moment you ceased to grant them access to your heart. Listen carefully, remain with me, for this part will profoundly affect you. There is a second individual. There exists a person who has always had a deeper connection with you than they were willing to acknowledge. They stand by, shocked, as they witness the currents of change around you. They had assumed you would perpetually wait for them, tolerating uncertainty and forgiving their fears. Yet, unexpectedly, the energy surrounding you has shifted. Something within you has intensified, matured, and awakened, and they have sensed this transformation immediately. Suddenly, they are gripped by the fear of being replaced, worrying that someone else may recognize your worth before they muster the courage to do so. As the old narrative approaches its conclusion, they will have no choice but to confront their own hesitations. My cherished one, what you have instigated is not trivial. You have altered timelines, concluded soul contracts, and outgrown those who were never meant to guide you toward your true destiny. This profound shift explains the intensity of your current experience. It is the reason why old memories are resurfacing, why unexpected individuals are reaching out, and why your intuition is resonating with heightened clarity. You find yourself at the precipice of a significant ending, but such endings should not be perceived as punishments, rather, they are promotions veiled as closure. The universe is not taking from you, it is removing what cannot endure, including the version of yourself that will emerge with the dawn. Herein lies the unexpected twist: someone who has observed you from afar, someone who remains silent for reasons they themselves could not articulate, is about to make a decision that will fundamentally alter everything. They have wrestled with their own fears, insecurities, and preconceived notions about you. However, as the climactic moment unfolds, they will no longer possess the ability to remain silent. They will be compelled to reveal the truth that has long been smoldering within them. Your energy is prompting confessions from those who previously lacked the fortitude to speak. In this instance, silence is not an option. Remain focused, for the essence of what concludes tomorrow is the version of you that persisted out of habit, the version that supported others while remaining unfulfilled, the version that remained loyal to those unworthy of your brilliance. That version will dissipate at dawn. You are transitioning into a frequency that cannot be overlooked, cannot be substituted, and cannot endure mistreatment in silence. Everyone connected to you is sensing this awakening, even if they cannot articulate it. Tomorrow marks the end of one cycle. Today, you feel the exponential build-up. My beloved child, remain present because the moment you have entered is more intense, acute, and electrifying than anything you have experienced to date. The energy surrounding you has grown so potent that those tied to you can perceive this transformation without ever hearing a word from you. Someone who once believed they had infinite time with you is now coming to realize that tomorrow could close the door on every opportunity they thought was guaranteed. They feel the closing of the door, realizing they themselves are to blame. What escapes their understanding is that your silence has not shattered anything, instead, it has revealed everything. Tomorrow, the very foundation upon which they stood will crumble, not due to cruel destiny, but because fate will no longer permit them to obstruct your ascent. An awakening within you is so profound that even those who feigned indifference can no longer conceal their reactions. Their heart rates quicken at the thought of you. Their nights stretch into long hours filled with restlessness. Their minds replay moments they took for granted. You have become a reminder of everything they mishandled, misjudged, and misunderstood. Tomorrow, this truth will become irrefutable. Whether they acknowledge it or not, your transformation has dismantled every illusion they constructed around you. You no longer fit the role they ascribed to you: quiet, patient, and waiting. That version of you has vanished. The conclusion that arrives tomorrow will compel them to confront the reality they have evaded for far too long. Yet, allow me to reveal what lies in the background. Someone else, connected to you by a bond deeper than they dared to recognize, is feeling this shift even more acutely. They are starting to understand that if they do not act swiftly, they may lose the opportunity to express what they have long kept hidden. Their feelings, previously buried under fear and uncertainty, are now rising to the surface with an urgency they cannot suppress. They perceive the timeline diverging. They recognize that tomorrow will close the door on their silence. They know that if they do not step forward now, someone else will. This fear and newfound clarity are propelling them into an awakening they never anticipated. Your evolution is magnetizing truth from within them like a force of nature. My cherished one, pay attention closely. The conclusion that approaches tomorrow is not arbitrary. It marks the final separation from what has drained your spirit and what is destined to support you moving forward. Those who have benefited from your gentleness will face repercussions. Individuals who have deceived you will feel exposed. Those who concealed their intentions will be compelled to reveal themselves. And those who genuinely value you will finally grasp the reasons that drew them to you in the first place. Tomorrow, all facades will fall away. Tomorrow, hidden motives will emerge into the light. Tomorrow, the cycle that once entrapped you will shatter with an undeniable force. Now, we arrive at the most astonishing element. The universe is orchestrating a moment in which someone who once walked away, who doubted you, who failed to appreciate your worth will be faced with an inescapable reality. They will come to realize that losing you does not merely cause pain, it transforms the course of their lives. Your absence will resonate more powerfully than your presence ever did. The conclusion that unfolds tomorrow will not signify the end of your journey, rather, it will mark the end of every narrative that sought to diminish your light. The world around you is adjusting itself. When dawn breaks, nothing that has hindered you will remain intact. My beloved child, stay here with me, for what I am about to disclose represents the most intense turning point of all your experiences thus far. The atmosphere enveloping you is not ordinary, it is dense, charged, and trembling with imminent endings that can no longer be postponed. Tomorrow is not gradually approaching, it is rushing toward you like an unstoppable tempest. Those who are connected to you can feel it in their very essence. They are agitated. They are anxious. They are revisiting moments they believed you would never depart from, but you did. And that one quiet action, that single decision rooted in a desire for truth and self-preservation, is the catalyst for everything coming to an end tomorrow. Allow me to delve deeper. Someone who believed they had unfettered access to your heart is finally confronting the consequences they never imagined would transpire. You are no longer emotionally available to them. They feel the void, the transformation, the distance that was previously absent. They find themselves scrolling through old messages, rereading sentiments they never valued, understanding that they will never again receive your words with the same tenderness. They recognize that this is their fault, their inconsistency, their negligence, and their lack of effort have manifested this ending. Tomorrow, this realization will strike them with full force, shaking the very foundations of their identity. Meanwhile, another individual, someone who has maintained an unspoken bond with you, is acutely aware of the impending shift as well. They are experiencing a sudden urgency, an instinct like lightning that makes them realize that if they do not act now, they will lose you to a future where they will no longer exist. Your energy, strong, elevated, and awakened, has thrust them into an inner turmoil they can no longer disguise. Their dreams are shifting. Their thoughts continually return to you. Their intuition insists that tomorrow will close the chapter on their silence. The universe is compelling them to choose, evolve or risk losing you forever. This time, they do not possess the luxury of patience. My beloved child, stay with me as I reveal what's pivotal. The reason everything reaches a conclusion tomorrow is not punishment, it is alignment. You have outgrown environments that once felt familiar, surpassed individuals who once overshadowed you, and emerged from cycles that kept you emotionally imprisoned. The conclusion tomorrow represents the universe liberating you from a version of yourself that could no longer fulfill your mission. You are not forfeiting anything, you are shedding what was never intended to accompany you into your next chapter. To some, your detachment feels as if the ground has cracked open beneath them. Pay close attention and do not avert your gaze. Someone you trusted, who wore a facade of friendship while harboring a hidden agenda, is filled with trepidation because the truth they concealed from you is about to emerge in an uncontrollable manner. They feel exposed. They sense the energetic pressure building around them. Their lies, manipulations, and intentions will all dissolve tomorrow. They can no longer impede this inevitable unveiling. The universe has already sealed the ending, and their role in your life is set to expire with the coming dawn. They do not fear losing you, they fear that you will finally uncover their true nature. This brings us to the final twist of this moment. Tomorrow's ending also signifies a new beginning for someone else. Someone who genuinely cares for you, who has quietly safeguarded you, and who has awaited the right moment, will find their courage as the old cycle concludes. They were unable to step in or express themselves before. However, once the previous energy crumbles, they will no longer hesitate. The fear of rejection will dissipate, and their confidence in your path will strengthen. The transformation you have ignited compels them to rise to your level. Tomorrow does not signify your conclusion, instead, it concludes everything else. That connection was never deserving of you. My beloved child, remain by my side now, for what I am about to unveil will draw you into the very essence of all that is happening around you. As tomorrow approaches, the turbulence of the old energies escalates. Those who once thought they understood you are beginning to realize they scarcely grasped the surface of your being. Meanwhile, the individual who took your silence lightly is now engulfed by its weight. They are restless, unable to think clearly. Deep down, they sense that tomorrow will erase the significance they once held in your life. Unsurprisingly, you didn't enact any punishment upon them, rather, you have evolved so rapidly and profoundly that they find themselves unable to keep pace. Allow me to guide you toward the truth. Your withdrawal was not a sign of weakness. It marked the moment when the universe severed the final connection linking you to those who failed to recognize your worth. The instant you ceased investing in draining relationships, a collapse began discreetly in the background. They sensed it immediately, though they did not outwardly acknowledge it. The energy shifted, their confidence wavered, and their arrogance began to fracture. Now, as the countdown to tomorrow intensifies, they are confronted with a harsh reality: they hold no power over you any longer. When the clock resets tomorrow, the bond you once shared will be irrevocably severed. Yet, here lies the unexpected twist that fate has concealed until now. While one person loses you, another is irresistibly drawn closer to you. This individual, who once suppressed their feelings, observed you from afar, and wrestled with their own emotions, has reached a tipping point. Your remarkable transformation has stirred something within them that can no longer be silenced. They feel an undeniable gravitational pull toward you, as their intuition whispers that tomorrow will change everything. They sense the conclusion of old cycles and fear that if they remain silent now, they will lose their chance to be part of your future entirely. And my dear child, pay close attention, for beneath all of this, there is yet another layer unfolding. Someone who feigned support, who acted innocuous, who blended into the background, and whom you never suspected, is experiencing a panic behind closed doors. They understand that once tomorrow arrives, a truth they have concealed will be revealed inescapably. Their facade is beginning to falter, their true motives are coming to light. As your energy elevates, their influence weakens. They underestimated your ability to outgrow their control. They failed to foresee the universe intervening, nor did they anticipate that tomorrow would dismantle their carefully constructed plans. Now, stay with me, and let us maintain focus as we approach the final revelation. Tomorrow is not the end of your life, rather, it signifies the culmination of the version of you that endured disrespect, confusion, manipulation, and emotional turmoil. You may not have realized that your last decisive action, your final boundary, and your retreat actuated a transformation that is now unstoppable. You have become untouchable without even being fully aware of it, and now the world around you is reorganizing itself to resonate with your new frequency. Those who once felt superior now sense their own insignificance. Those who once overlooked you now find themselves attracted to your energy. Those who have deceived you now fear exposure. And the one who truly loves you is experiencing an awakening so profound that it reverberates through their entire existence. Tomorrow will conclude what was never meant to endure. Tomorrow will sever the last thread tying you to your past. Tomorrow marks the dismantling of every illusion built upon your silence.